everybody, Catherine O'Connell here. This episode of Senegal in a Word is about tea. So one of the first lessons I learned upon arriving in Senegal was that I was gonna have to start liking tea a lot. One of the dominant languages in Senegal is called Wolof, and the word ataya is what is used to refer to tea or the tea ceremony in Wolof, and a lot of other languages have adopted that. In the language that I've learned here, Bambara, we just call it thé, which is French for tea. The act of making tea is a cultural ceremony. It can take place at any time of day and can last for hours. The reason it can last for hours is because you're not just drinking one round of tea. Sometimes you're using the same leaves to drink 3 to 4 rounds of tea. And that means that every time you drink a round of tea, it gets sweeter and sweeter as the tea leaves lose their potency, and the tea maker adds more and more sugar to compensate. The act of making and drinking tea in Senegal is seen as a cultural ceremony because it may be the only time you get to catch up with family, friends, and coworkers. And the longer the tea ceremony is, the longer that you have to catch up with one another. Therefore, that's why there's so many rounds of tea. Now, you might be wondering what sparks this kind of cultural ceremony to start. Really, it's not like it's a very formal thing. It's just a lot of people will be sitting around, or if you visit someone else's compound, or if you're at work on lunch break or something like that, you might start making tea. And when serving the tea, the person that has been making the tea serves everyone else in the area before themselves. And usually that's in an order of like most important person and / elder to youngest / least important. And important, I don't mean like any person is more important than anyone else, but me being a guest in a lot of people's houses, I'm often served towards the beginning of serving because I am a visitor and I am doing work in the community, so people see me as like important. Some volunteers note that the making of tea is very gendered in their families. I've noticed in my community, and especially in my family, both men and women make the tea and serve it to both men and women. They're not ever really segregated into like groups of women making tea and men making tea, but that has been noted by other volunteers. The tea people use here is just regular green tea, and it only costs about 100 West African franc, which is equivalent to maybe 20 cents in American dollars. A small bag of sugar is also about 100 sefa. Also, the tea can taste very different depending on who's making the tea. So my aunt, for instance, and the person that I'm named after, Jeneba, she loves vanilla sugar, and so do I. So I love drinking tea with her because she always makes it with the vanilla sugar that she has. Other people like regular sugar or like mint sugar. You can also add mint leaves, or some people even add basil leaves. And there's also these like cute little candies you can add to your tea also that add a little bit of flavor. Apart from the things that people can add to their tea to make it their own, the process is pretty similar all throughout Senegal. First, you boil the water and add the tea leaves. Then you add sugar, lots and lots of sugar. Then you add whatever else you want to add to your tea, such as basil, mint, or candy. Pour the tea over and over again to cool it down, and also to create a layer of foam at the top of the glass. A thick layer of foam is most desirable. After a thick layer of foam is achieved, you clean off the glasses. Your tea is now ready to be served. But don't drink it first. Serve it to everyone else around you. Repeat process as desired. Add more water to the tea kettle already used. Add more sugar. Pour the tea over and over again to cool it down and to get more foam. Clean the glasses once again and serve the tea. And that's how you make a perfect glass of Senegalese tea.